Hi, I'm Marty Levinson, and welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson, and welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Back to that lemon light city, Sweet Hope, Chicago. 224 446. Come on, baby, now get your business fixed. Come on.
Hi there, I'm Marty Levinson. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine with the greatest cameraman around, Sonny Hirsch, and your host, Avi Myers.
Thank you, Marty. Avi Myers here, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny Hirsch and myself. Dial us up on the World Wide Web at www.ntnm.org. You'll find links to all of our shows on YouTube, where 90,000 shows have been watched to this point in time. Thank you so much. And you'll also find an alphabetical index of all our guests through the last 3 or so years. We've been doing this show for quite a bit longer than that, and we wish YouTube was around then, but we're happy to do it now, and we're happy you guys are checking into it so much. We want you to go to your local community policing meeting, and for that you can go to caps24.org. Sonny Hirsch, my entire technical crew, runs the website and is also chairman of the District Advisory Committee of the 24th District. And we want you to go to your meeting and meet the police in person. It's the best way to do things. A lot of these blogs and message boards, it's like they're very questionable. You want to gossip? Okay, you can go there. But you want the real stuff, you should be meeting your police person. And by the way, somebody who's actually, we've worked with a number of times and who's been on the show a number of times over the years, particularly through the, I'm going to get the name wrong, but somebody who's tried to calibrate the integrated
Criminal justice system.
Thank you. Yeah. Who's presently is the clerk of the Circuit Court of Cook County and done a very distinguished job in that role.
Thank you.
Has decided to expand her horizons and run for president of the Cook County Board. And that is clerk of the Circuit Court, Dorothy Brown. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, and we want to wish you a congratulations.
Yes.
Okay. And we want to wish you many more happy events.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so tell us why Cook County Board. That's the clerk's job is pretty big itself. I mean, you've got 2,200 people, the biggest court system going, but and you definitely got more qualifications than just about anybody going. I mean, we've been through this before between the MBA and the law degree and CPA too.
Yes.
Okay, and there's some computer stuff involved in there also.
In my undergrad, I minored in computer science. But, Avi, that's exactly the reason why I made the decision to run for Cook County Board President, because I just believe that the time is right because of the fact that Cook County is in a financial and mismanagement crisis. We need someone with my credentials to set our financial house in order. The time is right for someone who has a proven track record. I have saved taxpayers' money. I brought in $187 million new dollars in revenue to the clerk's office without raising taxes. We operate in the black in the clerk's office, and that's what I feel that we need to do as in the president of the Cook County Board's office for the entire Cook County. I believe that we need new ideas, not new taxes. And I can do that. I have the executive management experience and the financial background. Unlike no other candidate in this race has the kind of experience and financial background that I have.
Now, how long have you been the president of the county board? I mean, I'm sorry about
that.
Thank
you.
Clerk of the Circuit Court.
That's
I just
exactly
got her
what's
elected.
going to happen. That's right. I've been clerk of the Circuit Court since 2000, and so that's for 9 years, and I'm the only candidate that has that kind of experience. I'm the only candidate that has actually balanced a budget, and we don't need to have people to start to try to figure out which way to go in this kind of office. We need people that already understand it because we're already really in a real bad shape. I think that it's important that we reform the health system. I like the fact that we have the hospital board, and I think that that's something that we should make permanent. And I have some great ideas. I issued a fiscal responsibility paper on reforming the health system and how we can properly fund the health system, making sure we're getting the proper grants, making sure that we reform that billing and overhaul the billing and collection system, that we're billing those people that actually can pay, that we're collecting from their health insurances, even from individuals that are inmates or people that are in a juvenile detention. Their parents many times have health insurances, and we should be billing those health insurances. I say that we need to use our strength so that we are helping Barack Obama and having an effect on that national agenda as it relates to the national health care system, so that even with that, we can make sure that there's even more people that have health insurance to properly fund the system.
You know, okay, that's a lot. I'm trying to digest everything. So basically, people aren't being billed right now for...
Right, and if they are being billed, it's not being properly collected. From what I understand, $139 million in 2006, 2007 were not properly billed and collected. We're not taking advantage of the programs from a national standpoint, from grants that are available. Also, I'm interested in our expanding, they call it managed care program, but it's similar to a HMO.
Right.
I'm interested in expanding HMO and even adding a public aid PPO, because if you have the ability to spread out where people can go, they can go to private hospitals, but those private hospitals will actually be paid, then you relieve the stress on the county system, but yet make sure that people are still being properly serviced.
You know, that sounds good. That definitely sounds good. And by the way, you make me think that, and I think I might have said this before in a previous interview too, you make me want to go to county hospital right now because I probably won't get billed for it. I shouldn't say that. But anyway.
That's the thing. We want to tap into a national database that you can come in and say you don't have health insurance, but we'll be able to determine that you do. And we also want to make sure that people that are from other counties and other states, that we know that they're from those places, and maybe set up inter-county or interstate billing charge situations.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. You know, you've got a chance. I mean, obviously, and one of the things I just started realizing this because I have all these different county people on, is obviously, you know, as clerk of the circuit court, you've had a deal with the county board, the president of the county board for budget and all the rest of it. And even though I'm interviewing everybody, you know, it's just dawned on me in the last year or so, you know, how inter-involved these things are. So what do you see? Okay, obviously, if they're not collecting that kind of money from the county board, there's some serious problems.
Absolutely. And we don't have even a credit card system. I put in a third-party credit card collection system in my office. I was able to go to Springfield and actually get the law changed and lifted off of being able to collect bail bonds by credit cards. And we've collected $32.5 million that way. I was also able to get the law changed to have collection agencies for clerks of court throughout the entire state. And we've collected about $14 million that way. And so we need to revamp the information technology systems, and so that we can make sure that we are actually doing the right thing. Even the patient care systems, we need to do that. And the budgeting. You know, I understand budgeting as a CPA. I believe that we should look at using zero-based budgeting, not have people just simply add to last year's budget, but make sure that every elected official is justifying every number, that we know the assumptions that they're using to come up with their budgets. And we're doing a coordinated effort. I've never asked, how do I come up with a particular number? They accept whatever number I give them. And then also, I think that all of the criminal justice agencies should work together, because whatever affects the judiciary affects my office. It affects the sheriff's office as well as the public defender. But we're not asked to do a coordinated effort in budgeting. And so there are a lot of ways that we probably have some duplication in our budgets, and we could figure that out if we revamp the budgeting process. Arvie, we can no longer just simply think outside of the box. We're going to have to create a new box to really get Cook County's financial house in order.
Yeah, it's certainly not, that's for sure.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, the more I learn about what goes on with the County of Cook, the more it's like, what?
But the other thing I want to do is an economic development area. I want to put together a roundtable of all of the village presidents and the mayors of the various suburbs, and work to bring more businesses back to Cook County, especially manufacturing businesses, so that we can create jobs. There's a lot of vacant space. We want to pay attention to the environment, but we also want to help to create jobs for people, because people are hurting. And in order to really make the financial health of the economy for the county to be strong, we need to make sure the financial health of the people are strong. So we need to create jobs. We need to work with I want to work with all of the county board presidents of the entire state, so that we use the strength of county board presidents to affect national policy, to help the national government to change, to improve the economy as well. So there are a lot of things that we want to do. Another thing I want to do is with small businesses. I want to create a Cook County Small Business Administration program. And they would be a liaison to the National Small Business Administration Office, and they would help companies, people that want to start small businesses or maintain their small businesses, understand how to navigate that national system for grants and loans. There was just recently a report in Wall Street Journal that said the number of businesses are going down, and there is a direct effect to the number of jobs that are available, because small businesses employ more people than large businesses.
Yeah,
do.
that surprised me when I read it, but it makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yes, part of the problem is, I guess, in my opinion, my definition of a small business is a small businessman. It is a lot smaller than what people refer to as small businesses.
Exactly. So there are a lot of things that we need to do, because what that does, creating those, helping businesses to come back to Cook County, helping small businesses, people to start small businesses and maintain their small businesses, that expands the tax base, the property tax base, and in some cases, the sales tax base. So you don't have to go up on taxes. You could just expand the number of people that have to pay them.
Interesting.
And that creates more revenue for Cook County.
Yeah, that's one thing for sure. Whenever I talk to you, I'm always going to hear ideas.
You're going to hear new ideas, not new taxes.
Well, that I like also. There's enough old taxes that. So let's talk about the real estate. You know what? Every time I buy something and I see that much tax, so let's talk about the sales tax.
The sales tax. It just was not a smart thing to do. People are hurting, and I want to, as I take office, start immediately to roll back the sales tax. Maybe they will do that even before I take office. But as you roll back the sales tax, of course, we need to make sure that we're putting new ideas of revenue, reducing the budget. But you can't just cut the whole budget out. You cut the whole government out.
Right.
So you're going to have some ideas as to how to fund county government with additional revenue. Of course, as clerk of the court, I created a task force, and I would create that as president too, a revenue increase initiative task force. And we looked at every statute and every ordinance that was outdated, and then we were able to bring them up to where they needed to be for these current times. And I know that has not been done in the other offices. I actually found an ordinance that we were able to get changed to give the sheriff an additional $10 million in 2008. And so I know all of the county officers and offices have not really done that. And so the sales tax, I think, obviously should not have been raised to the level. People are hurting with the highest sales tax in the nation. People are hurting with mortgage foreclosures, job loss and the like, and they just cannot afford it. Businesses are leaving, so we're losing jobs.
That's right.
People are going to other counties right across the border to shop, which means that even though you have a higher sales tax, people are not buying here as often, so therefore the sales tax revenue is not going up.
Yeah, I was talking to one of my neighbors, and basically they work a little further west, and they leave the county to buy almost anything they need to buy that's got any kind of expense to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not worth it and when I see the sales tax, it's just frightening. It really is.
So it's the cause and effect, that we really have to think about. And I just think that we have not, the county has not taken a serious look. They've used the old, outdated, molded ideas of how to balance this budget. And you haven't balanced the budget if you just simply raise the sales tax.
Yeah.
You really haven't. So that's why I'm running for Cook County Board President. The other thing that I want to do is stop the business as usual, stop the infighting. I want to be able to work with all of the county commissioners, both the Republicans and the Democrats, and make sure that we are serving the people, that we're making government relevant to the people, doing everything that we possibly can to balance the budget without balancing it on the backs of the taxpayers.
No, I think that'd be great. Do you have a website?
I have a website. It's www.friendsofdorothybrown.org, www.friendsofdorothybrown.org. Please go out to my website and you'll see all the services and the things that are available for you to do on my website.
And do you have an office set up right now?
Well, we're actually opening an office right up here on Peterson.
Oh, really?
North Avenue, near here in the north side. We opened an office at 51st and Paulina, right in the heart of the Latino and African American community. And we opened an office on the west side of Chicago, right there at 22nd and Pulaski. And we're getting ready to open an office on the south side at 87th and State. And these offices are being given to us in kind, for the most part, by people that are interested in making change in the Cook County Board President's office.
No, very good. Where's the one on Peterson again?
Peterson, it's a little west of Western.
Okay, so
between
that's
Western and
literally
California.
about a mile from here.
Yeah, about 20. Yes.
Okay, very good. At this point, I want to thank you very much, Dorothy Brown, Clerk of the Circuit Court, running for the Democratic nomination for President of the Cook County Board. And as you well know, whoever wins that is almost certainly going to be the next president of the Cook County Board. We want to wish you luck. We want to thank everybody for tuning into this segment, and stay tuned for segment 2 with Dennis Fleming.